Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today. I have titled this video, A Series of Unfortunate Events. I'm going to tell you how my last couple weeks have gone, and some of it is a little funny, some of it is not, but it is the world that I live in. So I wanted to share it with you guys because sometimes when you follow somebody on Instagram or wherever, it seems like their life is perfect and nothing ever goes wrong. And I'm here to tell you that's not how my life goes. I don't know about you, but some days are good, some days are bad. So over the last couple weeks, I had the honor of going to celebrate the 4-year kidneyversary. So 4 years ago on the 20th of March, I donated my kidney to a stranger. He is a Marine out of Georgia. And I learned about him through a prayer chain at our church. So every year on our kidneyversary, Maya and I, and sometimes the whole family, flies down to Georgia to spend time with him and his family. And I absolutely love it. It is one of my favorite trips of the year. This year, instead of flying to Atlanta and then driving to where they live, which is about 2.5 hours, I chose to take 2 flights to get us closer so we didn't have so much of a commute, which I thought was good planning, but then I was reminded at how many things can go wrong when you have connecting flights. So on the way there, everything went great. My 5-year-old has flown over 10 times, and she is just an excellent flyer. She doesn't get upset, she hangs out, she usually sleeps, and I am so grateful for that. When we finally got to Augusta, we were waiting on the stroller to come, and I see them drop it out of the plane. The stroller proceeds to break completely, and they bring me over the pieces. We're trying to put it back together. This is the only stroller I have for the whole week in Georgia. So I'm kind of frustrated, but I'm just like trying to make it work. We get wheels put back on. I think it's good enough. We are going to get our baggage. Mind you, the front wheel is like shaking the whole time, but I'm like, whatever, it's a stroller, we'll make it work. Just keep going. We get to baggage and Drew meets us. We go give hugs. Yes, let's get our bags. And all of a sudden, this huge, it sounded like a gunshot. No joke. Everybody in the airport was like, and staring right at us. Talk about embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. I immediately was like, no gun, no bomb, sorry. They dropped this stroller out onto the tarmac, and now apparently the tire has exploded. So that was kind of how we started and kicked off our week, which was a little stressful. We did end up just going to buy a cheap stroller and make do with it. The rest of our time there was absolutely incredible. We got to go to the Cherry Blossom Festival, which I had never been to. It was gorgeous and super fun. And while I was there, I was trying to reflect on kind of my business processes, how things are working, what the best flow for messages are and videos. And so I took some time off not to record while I was there, just to really absorb. And I was also working with a lot of clients since I do work from anywhere, which is nice. On Sunday night, my daughter started wheezing. She had horrible cough. And at about 11 o'clock, we decided to bring her into the ER because her breathing was so retracted. As many of you know, my daughter was born with some brain injury, and she did suffer from seizures. So when we're talking about breathing and anything like that, I really do try to bring her in as quickly as possible. But this is the first time she's had to go where she literally was like, Mom, I can't, it's hard to breathe. And it was so heartbreaking and scary. I am so grateful for our medical community and that we have places. I brought her down to the Children's Hospital. We were there overnight. It took several breathing treatments as well as some steroids, unfortunately, to get that breathing under control. But I am so proud to say that she is good. Now we have an asthma care plan for her. But it definitely didn't go the way I planned. That next morning, I was scheduled to do a live training. I was exhausted. We didn't get home till almost 8 a.m. And Amaya was up all night long, obviously, at the hospital. She didn't sleep at all. So I had to cancel the training, which I was bummed about, but everybody was super understanding, and I am so grateful for that. And then the next day, we were flying out. So we left at 5 a.m., and sat on the tarmac for 2 hours because our flight to go into Charlotte apparently wasn't approved and we just had to sit there. Amaya was a trooper. Because of this, we missed our next flight and we were stuck in Charlotte for another 5 hours with basically nothing to do. And I'm sure anybody who's traveled knows this pain with little children. And finally, the next flight arrives. We are going to get on it, and my 5-year-old decides she is not getting on this plane. She's staying here. She's not flying again. The girl who rarely throws any sort of tantrum, decides this is the moment she is going to put her foot down. If you could feel like the stress in that moment where you're trying to push this stroller, this janky stroller, but stroller nonetheless, 2 bags and a child over my shoulder at this point in time, because now everybody has boarded and she still will not get on the plane. So we get through, finally get her on the plane, kicking, screaming, causing a ruckus. Yes, I was that mom. And it was so embarrassing. I prayed to God over and over, please just let her get calmed down. But she was just overtired. She still hadn't really caught up from sleep the night before. She wasn't feeling great still. And I'm in the back row with another family. And this gentleman was super nice, was trying to calm her down as well. But it was an hour on this flight before she stopped kicking, screaming, biting. Oh my God. I tried to leverage every parenting move possible. And then I just wanted to make an announcement. Like, I'm so sorry. Please forgive my daughter. Please forgive me. She's normally not like this. But have you ever had those embarrassing, crazy moments? Oh, it was not fun. But we survived. We made it off the plane. We eventually, 12 hours later, made it home. And she is back to normal. Thank you, Jesus. And I learned my lesson. I probably won't take connecting flights when I don't have to. So since then, I have been trying to get caught up, get back in my routine. So the topic for this week is going to be the power of habit and how easily it is for us to break our habits, our routine, and then get back on board. And so I'm wrapping up this message. There will be another video that will come out shortly in regards to how to create powerful, lasting habits. And one of the things that I've changed is I used to do videos on a daily basis or as often as I could. And instead, working with my coach, she really said, I need to be doing all of my videos in one day so I can have a streamlined message for you guys and not be starting over every single day. And it takes a lot of work to put these videos together and to feel confident enough to speak to you all and have a clear, concise message. So one of the changes I'm making to my weekly routine is Mondays are my recording day. So I'm going to be recording all of my messages and content for the week and then putting it out throughout the week. So I am super excited. I also have been working on my podcast, which will be coming out very soon, and that will kind of replace these daily messages or these messages, but you will get a longer, more put together message, and then I will still post some links. Oh, that's my timer. I am up. So I am going to just wrap up here and tell you guys thank you. I will have some more content coming out. I hope you are enjoying these messages. If you are, please make sure to follow me on Instagram or YouTube, Amanda Daniels Coaching. I will have the link in my bio so that you can see the series of messages as they roll out. If you have any questions, feel free to message me, and I hope you have a fabulous week. Sending you love, light, and gratitude.